On the shop, he was asked about where he would sign, of course. While talking about the Giants, OBJ said, quote, "I don't feel like Saquon Barkley and I got to do what we were supposed to do." Shannon, is this a clue? What do you read into this?
What I'm trying to, I think this is Odell trying to drive the price up. And I'm trying to figure out what is it that he and Saquon y'all didn't get to party enough, hang out in New York. I mean, you think you about to win a championship with Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones was 4-12 in 2019 as a rookie. He was 6-10 in 2020. He's 4-13. He's 7-4-1. Daniel Jones has 56 touchdowns, 33 career interceptions. Now, Odell knows he has a better chance to win the Super Bowl if he goes to the Cowboys. Dak has 13 touchdown passes. Daniel Jones has 11. Dak missed 5 games. Josh Allen has 25 touchdowns. Daniel Jones has 11. That's double. So Odell knows he has a better chance to win, even if it's not this year, long-term with those two organizations. But if I'm looking at it, man, I done tore my knee twice in the last 2 years.
Yep.
I don't know how many times that they're going to keep on giving me money if I keep coming off injuries.
Good point.
If I get an opportunity to go make some bread, okay, the Giants going to give me $20 million. The Cowboys only offer me $6 million with incentives. Where do you think I'm going? So it's a no-brainer for me, and I thought he was going to at least appease you. Look, I want a good fit. I want a chance to win. First thing out of his mouth was what, Skip? Money. So if I'm looking at it, if I'm reading the tea leaves correctly, I'm like, okay, no, and the injury history, like you said, I'm 30. I ain't 22, 23.
No.
I'm 30. And teams looking at, how they look at people, at the guys, especially skill position other than quarterback in their 30s.
Yep.
2 ACL injuries. I've had hernia surgery. I've had a broken ankle. Hey, I ain't got no problem with it. But I think I think listening to him say that, I think it clarified a lot of things, not only in everybody else's mind, but in his mind also.
Okay. He did preface that remark by saying, "Don't make too much of this, but," and then he went into that. You know him better than I do, but I closely observe him from a distance. I've sparred with him on social media, but I don't know Odell.
Right.
But it just seems like he and Saquon are really close.
Yeah.
Like maybe he's as close to Saquon as to anybody.
Probably.
It feels like that. And they are off-season workout partners, and I'm sure there have been many a day in some weight room or on some treadmill somewhere where they have reminisced about, you know, it's just too bad that we didn't get to finish what we thought we were starting, right?
Right.
Well, to your point, it's just idealistic because, okay, then what happened?
You're not about to have a triplets like the Cowboys. This is now Emmett, Michael Irvin, and Troy Aikman. So if you think that's what this reunion, and you're going to rekindle that, that's not it. It's not going to happen.
Maybe if they'd both come along with earlier Eli at some point, maybe.
Now you're onto something.
All right, and maybe if you had Strahan and company across the defensive front, now you're onto something, right?
Okay. With OC and Tuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just for the record, yesterday I did hear from a guy who is fairly close, I think very close to to Odell. And said guy told me that Odell is still very concerned about the knee, that at some points during the day, it just gets stiff and sore. You know how it feels.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And he gets a little limpy just walking on it. So he's fearful that it's never going to quite be right and bounce completely back to the point that he's not completely convinced he can even play at all. He needs more time to let it sort out. It's what Kawhi Leonard's going through. He'll come back and try to play a game, and he'll last X minutes, and then he's sore, and then he's scared, and then it's like, I don't know. Am I ever going to be able to do this again?
Well, Skip, I had 2 hips.
Yeah, you did.
2 hips replaced. And after PT, man, I feel good. I go into PT, and after they done worked me and tugged on my hip and had me squatting and lunging, man, I wake up the next day and say, man, I don't know if I need to do that because I hurt worse after PT than I did before I went in there.
Good point.
So now, Kawhi playing. He's like, man, the knee feel good. Ooh, I'm going to get out there and play. And then I go out there and play 20 minutes like, well, damn. Maybe I need to stop playing on the knee. Odell has probably said the same thing, Skip, after rehab, after, lunging and running on the treadmill. You're like, man, this thing hurting. And so maybe he needs more time. Maybe he needs to wrap his mind and say, you know what? Let me go ahead and take this off. instead of, trying to force somebody to give me $6, $8, $10 million, and I'm not going to be ready to go till January. Let me go ahead and take December, January, February, March to get this knee 100 as close to 100% as I possibly can, and then let them come back and test the knee. I'll have a little bit more confidence in the knee.
And to reiterate, this is the second major surgery on the same knee.
Yes.
Man, it's hard.
Yeah. But I don't got no problem Odell want money. Because I tell guys all the time, if you've already got a ring, you can't sleep in that ring, you can't eat that ring, you can't send the kids to private school with that ring. Now, if you could, means you're not going to have it because you had to pawn it. So go ahead and get that money. And if you're 30, get the money. Get the money. I ain't giving no discounts. They don't do that. Because once you give a discount, that's what Tom Brady, Skip.
I got it.
Once you give a discount, what does everybody want, Skip? Discount. Even Tampa like, Tommy, you've been giving New England discount for 18 years. Don't come in here and hit us over the head. He gave them a discount.
He did. But he was doing it to maximize his ability to win championships because that was going to make more money for him in his mind than just the money they could pay him in salary.
Right. I mean, the defense was already under contract. Now, I get it for the following year when you had to do Shaq Barrett and a couple of those guys, you wanted to bring some of those guys back, Chris Godwin and those things of that nature, Skip.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Skip. It's just that this late in the season, 5 weeks away, that means you're like really pushing it. I mean, you're pushing. Now, he said 5 weeks, Skip. That means you got to push it with no setbacks. With no setbacks. I don't know, Skip. I don't know. I really don't. I've really never been in a situation like this. I broke my collarbone. I didn't play anymore that season. And by the time free agency hit, it was 100% healed. I felt really, really good. But that wasn't a knee.
Collarbones are healable.
Yeah,
They are.
But that's not a knee, Skip.
No.
There was no. I had to run. I wasn't running on my arms. So, but that knee, everything Odell does is about quickness.
Everything.
It's about suddenness. It's about in and out transitioning, and he could do that as well as anybody ever. If he's not 100% sure in that knee, I just don't know how he does it. I don't know. I don't see him. If he's uncertain, and I don't know, I mean, you say you haven't talked to someone close. If he's uncertain, there's no way. Because Skip, the one thing that football players, especially football players, you have to go out the field. I never thought I was going to get hurt on the football field. Because if you thought that, you're going to get hurt. It's just like standing around. The harder you play, the less like you're going to be loafing and standing around and you get clipped.
Absolutely.
So I hope he doesn't go out there feeling this way. I would like to see him get that knee 100% healthy because I still believe Odell got great ball in him. I still believe he can still go contribute and help somebody win, get to that ultimate destination. Because I saw it last year. I know he still has that in him.
Well, I saw Jerry Rice and Tim Brown in their late 30s still contributing. Jerry was still contributing at 40.
Skip, I think, was that us? I think Jerry might have tore his knee in 97, first game of the season, and came back and caught 2 touchdowns against us during the season. In a Monday night game.
Yeah.
But Jerry was different. Adrian Peterson is different.
Okay,
everybody can't go.
Rod Woodson was different.
Woody tore his knee and came back in the Super Bowl. You're right. Everybody can't do that. But I just want the man to get healthy because I still believe he can play at a high level.
Yeah.
Will he ever be what he was his first 4 years in the Giants? I don't know. I just know he can contribute and he can still make plays.
Yeah.
He might not be a solid number 1, but I believe he can be a 2, a great 2.
I got it. So I got caught up in the hysteria, the emotion of come save the Dallas Cowboys. Come be the good luck charm, the Super Bowl catalyst for the Cowboys. Put them over the top, over the hump.
Y'all don't need that, Skip.
Okay, well, for a while, it just felt right. Like, we got Odell, and you don't.
Right.
You know, that sort of idea. And I think Jerry wanted to send that message to the locker room. And then he came in for his medicals.
Right.
And he didn't work out. He didn't run, which concerned Jerry that he wouldn't.
Right.
And yet, the docs are putting hands on, moving the knee around, and it's just not that stable at this point.
Right.
And they're like, Jerry, I don't know about this.
Right.
And it became more and more doubtful he could contribute now. And all that locker room wanted, that Dallas locker room, was now.
And even Dak, I think I read something where Dak says, I still believe he can help us.
Yeah. Like he did. He said that yesterday.
He
but
can.
I think he's being nice.
But I don't know if he can help you in his current state.
No.
You need the Odell that arrived at the Rams in the last 4 or 5 games that he played. You need that Odell. Yeah, that Odell can absolutely help you. I don't know if the Odell in his current state, I don't know what he provides.
And again, through that year, he played football the whole year,
Yes.
half for Cleveland and
Yes.
half for the Rams.
Yes.
And then by playoff